everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Today we are back on the server. You might remember last episode we checked out this base here, which is kind of a spawn hub made by Sinu over here, and they've got a little zone for it. And the railway that we sort of saw a little bit of last time, I think the railway part of it is actually done, and depending on if we've timed this right, which we haven't, there's actually a monorail that goes around and like lines up with this. So they're starting to build an actual platform for it so that it can look, I guess, nice and neat. But I think that's really cool. The shops in there are also doing shop things, which is cool. Our spawn currently is that. Now I could put the spawn in here, or honestly even right here, and I think I will. But you might notice something creative. I kind of wanted to at least like connect this. You know what I mean? I don't know if I have a good enough reason for doing that, but I do. I want to. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna build stuff over here to sort of make our way over there, which I think should be fine. And yeah, so the main reason I'm making this episode or this video is I think it would be really cool if other people on the server, because like currently we got like what, a good 5 or so people playing, if they also wanted to sort of like latch on and expand this middle. Oh, you can actually see the train. Oh, how cool. So I think I just missed it because it looks like it's just pulled up there. So that should make its way back over here as well. And I guess it stops at that little... Oh, yeah, cool. So you can hover over in this little spawn section. And then over here, this is Jada's Wonder. Like, that's cool. That's cool. And this allows you to set up like long distance buildings that are still connected sort of to the spawn. So for example, if you're out here, you can connect to it, or I mean, some of you guys might struggle a little bit. But I don't know, I think that would be really cool if we all sort of branched off a little bit. So this is sort of my, hey guys, let's do that video. If you want to, of course, you know, there's no requirement to. But I'm going to latch off here. One thing I will say is, I guess you can sort of see it here. They've branched off to the edge. So like this is the edge of this claim, in order to allow someone else to connect to, or one of their allies to connect to. And then you'll sort of see this one as well. This one cuts off here, but that is right next to this other spawn claim. So for the spawn, I might actually make like, well, I guess, I feel bad because this is clearly the spawn. But I might branch off into the other directions of this spawn. And if other people want to connect onto it and sort of do stuff, they can, I guess. And honestly, listen, guys, listen. I think it would be really cool as well to see that with other bases as well. So like over here, we've got these 3 guys. I mean, we'll have a quick sneak peek. We won't do a proper checking out base video. Maybe I will. But it would be cool if like other people sort of connected and we all had like little community. Oh god, this is massive. Okay, all right. But yeah, if everyone sort of like connected and had their own little communities and communities? Can I say communities? Communities and stuff. Now I will say I do sort of see that. I see that going well. Like this is. I can also see a world where that sort of backfires, and due to everyone sort of working collaboratively and closer than they normally would, there might be an intake in like drama and stuff. You know what I mean? So like. Keep that in mind, I guess, that like that is probably going to happen as a result of people collaborating a little bit closer and whatnot. So just like, I think being aware that might happen, you might be able to sort of mitigate it or predict it and sort of find like nicer solutions to disputes and stuff, or let us know earlier when you're like, hey, we were collabing and now it's not going well and it's not going to end well. You know what I mean? Like if you just let us know, like the moderator team, or even just ping me in Discord, make a ticket in Discord. Hopefully we can get the pros without any of the cons, or at least a minimal. Yeah, look at that, done. But no, you actually spawn at the top of this tower, which I'll be honest, I think most people would spawn and just like RTP away or not really know what to do. So they'll probably spawn somewhere else. Or I mean, they could spawn up there, and maybe I'll place signs and stuff, sort of leading people away. But nonetheless, yeah. Now, how do I want to link this stuff up? I could match it up, but they've sort of got a grassy connector. So I'm thinking you can probably go like framed slabs, right? So slab. No, you can't do it that way. Framed slabs. This creative search menu is so bad. It's horrible. But we'll see how we go. So then I should be able to like do... Oh. Huh. Dirt path? You can't dirt path a framed slab. Really? Path slab. Oh, you know what? We'll just search in the side menu and see if there's one there. Path slab. What do we have? Do we have like a... Well, I feel like this is crazy. Dirt path. Dirt path. Dirt path. Dirt path. And there's just no like slab? And the framed blocks doesn't accept it? Is that because it's like lower than a full block? Okay, well, we won't be doing that then. Maybe we, well, I guess we kind of didn't care when we did it right here, eh? So maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. It feels a little bit messier not having a slab way down, but we'll pretend that this is fine. Cool. Alright, so, what else? Let's make it daytime, because I'm a cheater. And I run this show. Well, I didn't really mean to do that, but it's kind of okay. And connect to that. Perfect. You can tell I'm a builder. Very nice. I think we've done a wonderful job here. We can probably have this come out a little bit just to sort of allow us to... Well, I didn't really want to do that. But, you know, just to allow a little bit of variation as we go. Didn't want to do that either, but that's alright. You know what I mean? Like, that now looks a little bit better. Cool. Okay, so, how do we want to actually... Where do we want to spawn people? If we spawn them in the tower, we'll probably need to set up signs. I'm just trying to decide whether that's the play or not. This also looks a little bit too goofy. There we go. Because, like, if you slash spawn, you spawn facing this. There's a ladder to go down. Ladders are just horrible. So you get down here. You think you go out here, but you don't. That's a dead end. Like, that's horrible. So then you go all the way down here. Then you walk out. And then it's another sort of dead end. Because you then just have to... It's so pointless. It's such a bad, like, spot to spawn in. Yeah. So... But it is very central. Maybe I'll spawn people at, like, the bottom. Because this whole thing in the middle should be hollow, right? So, like, I could break this open, I think. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. Was this all closed off? I think it was. Okay. I might just convert this into a hub. How does that sound? I think that sounds like a great idea. So we'll do that. We will come over here and do the same sort of thing. I mean, this goes into a well, but... you know what? We're going to make this look beautiful, okay? Alright, we don't need that thing. Oh, it's not happy with us, I think. What do I have to do? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Cool. Didn't really want that to happen, but that's okay. That water should go. Awesome. So yeah, this is going to go in all four directions. In a nice 3x3 sort of exit. Yeah, this should be fine. Most of the stuff in here I'll probably just get rid of. Cool. Little cauldron toilet. Yeah, we can get rid of that. that's not that necessary, I'll say. Cool. Then we got this. Okay, sure. Pow. Pow. Alright, cool. So let's, oh, we don't have one to go that direction. Do I just, I mean, like, what is this? Like, come on. Let's just go. Listen, guys. Just believe, that's not even a bed. It convinced me. I fully thought that was a bed, but it wasn't. I guess there's a staircase in the way, isn't there? Okay. I mean, I can totally just sneak through there, right? That works out. There we go. Okay, so, to be honest, I reckon we get rid of all that. And we just go down a level. No point, No point respecting the room that we're just tearing to shreds anyway. So we'll do that. That was quite nice. So then this is the hub. That's a little secret chest. Oh, what's in this? Ooh. Not needed. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's just do a little bit of that or something. Are these actually anything? Nope. Cool. Does this room look somewhat nice? I think it does. I don't really know what the purpose of this is, but I guess we can just go around it. That should be fine. So, if we were to say signs. Now, I'm just going to use signs because I don't know how the technology that other people use. But I'm going to do signs. So, this direction, this is going to be... I mean, this won't look good. What's the play? What is the play? I think we get, I like the boards that are, what are they called? Display boards. Now what do we have? We've got crystal display from redstone blocks. We've got some signal displays and stuff. We've got display cases. We want the thing from create, which is apparently not called display. I'm pretty sure it's called board of something. Blackboard. Oh, what does this do? Blah, blah, blah. Done. Oh, cool. So, for example, I guess, we could do this, this, this. And then the problem is I just have to write, like, yeah, okay, yeah. So, if we do, like, we do that, and then do, like, that, does that, oh, hold on. How do you, yeah. To pub. Oh, no, let's do. Is that a B? Yeah, now it's a B. Okay. Wait, no, let's do that and that. Done. And then let's do... Is that the right level? No. We gotta go one up. Guys, I need you to believe, okay? And then, how far up? One down. Oh, this doesn't even spell anything. What am I writing? I just wrote public? In my head, this was meant to write to public spawn, but it doesn't really... I haven't really done that, have I? This is to public. Okay, there you go. That's the direction of public. Alright, and so that's the south public. Alright. Do you reckon I can squeeze in a spawn down here? Okay, hold on, I totally can. Okay, guys, be impressed. No, I think that's right. Spawn. Okay, now I need to make a W. There's no room for the... Alright, I've outdone myself. I've truly outdone myself. That's the public spawn. Public spawn? What does that even mean? If this is the spawn? Oh. You know what? It's fine. /set world spawn. Alright, there we go. So now if I type /spawn, there you go. It's a public spawn. And then these are just gonna... I'm just gonna put the direction. You know what? East. Is that even east? No, that's west. Alright, that's west. I've outdone myself. West, that's north. Cool. And yeah, that's north, yeah. And then this is east. Cool. So that's to the public spawn. And to prove that, there's a nice path that leads there. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Also all the way up there. Nothing up here. Nothing up there. And then, alright. And then I'm just going to make a path that leads out into the edge of this so that someone else can latch onto it and do something. Yeah. So I think I'll grab an exchanging gadget for this one. Select this. Huh? What is this? Okay. That's not the button. That's not the button. Do I not have, my building gadgets? I do, but something else is on G. That's the problem. Alright, let's go key, G. Oh, the dragons, of course. Of course, of course. Don't care, don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Cool. So now, we can increase this a bit and then just sort of get something done. I don't think cobblestone is the worst building block we've ever seen in our life. But I am aware that this is quite... Oh, God. Is quite the lazy build. But that's okay. It's better than nothing. Let's also just make it daytime. Because, again, it is what it is. Alright, I think we need to build, like, some sort of path that leads down here. Because it's kind of just the side of a mountain. Again, I don't necessarily think it has to be pretty. And I think if someone wants to, you know, they can assist in making this look a lot better. But I think at the very least, you know, if we just get this at least to the edge, give someone something to work with here. So the edge to specify is here. That's where we need to at least get to. Alright, and that's pretty much done. Alright, so that has made its way there, which is great. We're just going to sort of give this mountain a little bit of structure. Since we've just, like, added a little bit to it. Cool. Okay. I mean, that looks horrible. So let's go moss, grab some mossy cobble. And I think just, like, attempt to fill in those gaps I just made. Which gives it a little bit of character. I think maybe, like, some of that, you know? Just some, like, some extra to make it look a little bit less goofy. And then, do we care about anything else? I don't really know if we do, in terms of, like, railings. I'm also hoping that when we look at this from a distance, it looks nice, you know? Like, I don't think that necessarily looks bad. If you happen to spawn in here, and we're walking along here, so you spawn in, you're like, you know what? I'm actually going to go east. You have to zoom in because you can't see it because you wrote it so small. You're going to come up this hill, run down here, and then you're going to be like, oh, wow, look at all that connected that's connected to it. And you're like, cool, and you're on your way. Sure. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we can do something else later if we want to, but I think for now that's good. Now, north. Now, I think we might be able to change the vibes a little bit depending on the direction. So, like, this goes from sort of, like, grass path, and then it connects into wood. So, like, it doesn't have to be grass the whole way through. Just like this doesn't have to be cobble the whole way through. They can sort of fix it up down there for something else. So I think in this direction we maybe do something else. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we have some sort of wood that goes this way. Like, maybe we pull out some oak or something. I think there's a play to be made there. I think we grab all these bits and bobs and we can make something happen. So I think we do like that, and we sort of fill that stuff in, and then we have a rickety bridge is what I'm thinking. But I'm actually thinking we do it like this. So do that. That will obviously have to be there. So how exactly do I want to do it? Do I want to do this? Yeah. Yeah, I could. Maybe I don't want it to be like melding. Maybe I do just want it to just be blatantly this. And then this just keeps going. I think that's simple, but I think it works. So I think if we go like this, then that works pretty well. We can add the struts in later. Because this one has to go pretty far, to be honest. It has to go... and this one's going to finish out in the air, I think. That is terrifying. Is that you? Little raccoon? And you? Owl? Okay. Oh my god. That was so loud. It was kind of scary. Alright, we got someone spinning in chat. Spinning to win. Listen, we don't have loot boxes yet, guys. That's not what they're spinning. They're not spinning the loot wheel. Although, I might make a wheel. That could be fun. Diamonds for loot, depending on whether the wheel wins or not. Not the worst idea we've ever had. Alright. What am I doing? I should just set it to fuzzy mode. G fuzzy. Cool. Boom, boom. I know there's faster ways to set this guy, but I think that's alright for now. Cool. Now, this is where it ends, meaning this is the max length, if that somehow made sense. So if we go back here, boom, this is spawn, this is spawn, and then this is not spawn, not spawn. Cool. So people can live there. And then what we will do is we will boom, 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 boom. It's gonna start off simple, this little like struts, but I think we can add some like diagonal things to make it look cooler. How do we want to go about that though? If we go diagonal, we've got diagonal stuff here, but I think what we actually want is slope. Yeah, and we want framed slopes is what I'm thinking. And then I feel like we do like this and like this, you know what I mean? And we just do this the whole way up. I might be able to copy paste gadget potentially. More importantly, do I want them to be that? I think I do. Let's what do you need like hold on. Let's go wrench. What wrenches do we have? Do we have a framed wrench? Does this remove stuff? No. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what? That's okay. What I was going to say is it could be that, which isn't a bad idea either. I'm almost tempted to change that into planks and then make the strut something else. The strut could even just be cobble. And that might be a fun enough vibe switch that it works. So if we control middle mouse, we actually get the slope in the texture we want, which obviously helps for building. And then I was thinking of copy paste gadgeting, but maybe I wait until we get the whole thing sort of built, and then I just repost it elsewhere. That didn't really work. Oh. Like that. Like that. And then possibly just that. You know what I mean? And then we either do the diagonal, like dung dung, or we just do dum 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 the whole way. And I'm not sure which, but let's grab copy paste and give it a shot. Copy paste gadget. I don't even know if copy paste gadget is the best way. A schematic might be better, maybe. So we've got it in copy mode. I'm gonna right click here, and then shift right click there. I'm gonna now switch it. Oh, well actually, let's get rid of that first. Click copy, shift right click again, just make sure it copies only that. Let's go paste mode. And so if I wanted to replicate this exactly, I would need to change some things. So I realistically want to place it there. So let's hold G. Let's click anchor so it stays where it is. Let's do settings. We want it to go positive in the Z direction and then down one there. And so then now if I remove the anchor, for example, it will place it where my cursor is regardless. So we can go here, right click. Does it bring the important stuff? It doesn't, but honestly, it's not really the end of the world. I can place that stuff manually. Cool. And so then do I want to do that again? And then we can just like sort of break that, and then strut up like that, right? I think we might do this because it's a little bit different than, like I think the diagonal is a little bit overdone. You know what I mean? Like going back and forth directions. But I think, like in terms of if I just have to right click all those, that's pretty easy. I think if we do that, it might be fun, unique. There might even be a copy-paste setting that I needed to tick. Maybe. Grow ray trace fluids. I doubt that would be the setting. Replace blocks. Would have gotten rid of that little flower or whatever. But I think it's fine. I think we're doing the right thing. Some of these spots where it's probably not even really needed, to be honest. Well, I don't know. How much do we care? How much do we care? Because I could do this. And I could do... Well, it's not working, but... You know what I mean? I could place that there. I could place that. I could try to place that. That didn't work, but... Like, do we want to do that? Do we sort of care enough? I think it looks as though that's what's happening, so I think that's pretty cool. Do we need lights? I think we could do with them. I think we could get a little lantern of some sort. Maybe like a waxed copper lantern just to sit on the edge or something. What are these? Some spirit lanterns. Let's see the vibe. What's the vibe that a spirit lantern gets? And I have oh, I have BSL enabled. That's what, okay. And BSL does fun colors? Block like color? Doesn't really seem to be what I'm after, unless it's under like extras and there's like a fancy option. No. Okay. Advanced materials. Enables blah blah blah. I don't know. We'll enable it though. Emissive. Okay. Sure. We'll turn that on. We'll see what that does. Otherwise, I'll switch to complementary again with the Euphoria patches to see if the color will change. Color didn't change on that, so we'll jump into this and see what happens. I'd love for this to be emitting purple, but it kind of doesn't appear to be. I'm pretty sure I've got popular settings on. So it should be doing fun colors if fun colors are available. Let's search lantern again. Waxed copper, waxed exposed, whatever this is. Oh, whoa. 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 Why am I disappointed? What's happening? Like, I feel like it's not even as dark as a torch would be. Like, see, even this torch feels nicer. Oh god, come on, lantern. Soul lantern. See, like the soul lanterns work. I guess we'll just do that. I don't know, we lost a bunch of frames. No one's even gonna... We'll just... It's fine. I think BSL is actually looking pretty nice. So the gap in between these is 1, 2, 3, 4, place on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, place on 5. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't think we actually need it in here, but I think in terms of the lighting, we can do that. Yes, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need this guy. So, building gadget, pow, pow. That works. Cool. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need this up here. That there as well. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, I think we're doing pretty good. I think this is quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that there. I don't really know what I'm going to title this episode because I haven't really checked out bases. Ah! I'll probably do like I don't know, spawn building or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like here. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Cool. Cool. Pow, 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 pow. Now, if this doesn't line up, that'll be horrible. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy here. Let's pretend like this is fine. Let's pretend that everything is working. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one here. I mean, that works. We'll pretend. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Pow. Cool. Alright. So we get these placed. Very nice. We have our line that goes all the way through here. Very nice. We've got our copy-paste gadget that we don't need on this side anymore. I mean, I could have them go different directions. These ones... Nah, you know what? I think we'll just stick with what we got. So, I think... Is that where we have them? Where do they go up to? They go to that. Cool. So what I might be able to actually do instead is rotate it. Again. Is that what I want? What do I want? Maybe, let's go copy. Let's right-click the top and shift right-click the bottom. That way it should be in the opposite direction when we look. Yeah, perfect. So now we edit settings and we want to go negative twice there. Click confirm. So now it'll place downwards and we want it to be in the level of the platform. So for example, if we come here, the level of the platform, place it there and it will place it perfectly. How cool is that? So level of the platform and then that should look good regardless. And I think, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this and then we don't need one there. All right, cool. So now my job is going to be to chuck this in my offhand and just pretty up this place. I could do some of these mossy. Tempting. Definitely tempting, but I don't know if I have the... I don't know. I feel like if I do it somewhere, I have to do it everywhere, you know? Oh, this didn't. Poor little guy. There you go. We should also fix stuff like that, just because... If I know that it looks bad, it's going to be depressing. I won't be able to live knowing. Oh, God. I should have just set it to replace the blocks. There we go. Pow. Cool. Alright, I'll be back once I've done this. Okay. Well, we've somewhat done it. What do we think? I'll tell you what. I think it's something. You know what I mean? I think it's something. So, yeah, you can latch off to either one of those. This direction goes through a well. Do we... I almost don't want to because this sort of latches up there. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking possibly just like doing another path or something that comes around and just heads off. Because like in this direction, there are some claims here. Like someone has sort of claimed a bit there. I think it's fine for now. How about we say that? Yeah, I do feel a bit bad this being quite a short video. I'll tell you what, it's a short video. We'll go check out... now, it's a work in progress, as far as I'm aware. But we'll go have a look at this. That'll be a fun way to sort of wrap up the episode. So, first of all, is it on its way? Oh, it is! Oh, how cool! So here it is. This is the monorail. Will it stop here? Oh, it will! And the door's open. So we can hop on. We have the captain. Very nice. And so then, here we go. Whoa. Hey, this is pretty cool. Alright, so then this goes across. We've got the giant stilts holding the place up. A beautiful view. Like, imagine all the buildings that could be along here. Like, none of this is claimed. These could all be buildings and then have their own little spots that you could possibly stop in. If you convince Judders to add a little stop. And then here we go. Oh, no, we're still going. I guess it stops on the other side. Alright. Hopefully none of you guys got motion sick. So there we go. We have... Oh, framed posts. Oh, that's cool. They've got the displays clearly somewhere. Right? Right? Very strange. And then we've got the little people here. What is this? What actually is this? What is causing them to spin? Frame slice stairs. So these are upside down stairs that look sick. I don't know how they did this. I really don't. But look at this. How sick is that? Oh yeah. Apparently ice and fire is in the mod pack. I didn't know. Also very sick. There's like a community version of the mod, which is a strange thing to say. It's a community community. Aegon variant 13, of course. But this thing's sick. This is some sort of create something. But just this little podium of it spinning. Really cool. I really like that. Alright, we'll head off down here. All visitors must sign in. Okay. Cool. Yep, that stays there, right? Yep. Do I need to give a date? Maybe I give a date. Maybe I give 7:20 p.m. What's the date? 5th of July. 5th July, Australia. I'm here. All right, cool. So then this branch. Oh, we're going to go check that later. So then this is Judder's. Now, this is very much work in progress, I'd imagine. They're still, I think they must have hopped off just before. That's awesome. Like, applied energistics controller, needed, makes sense. The create thing in the middle spinning around that makes it look sick, not needed, but very much appreciated. How cool. And then we've got, like, the beginnings of, like, all the scaffolding that goes... Oh, this is going to be sick. Okay. So, how have they done this? It is a contraption. I just don't know how they've done it. Oh, look. So they have a little mechanical bearing in here. They've chucked the thing on top. Little electric motor. Bob's your uncle. That's sick. I do really like that. That is really cool. Look at the shadow. Or the reflections and shadows. Also very cool. Oh, this will be fun to look at when... Yeah. Well, listen, we will be coming back here in the future, but I thought I'd give you guys a sneak peek since all I've done so far this episode is just, like, build the spawn stuff. I'll still title this, like, spawn thingy-majiggy, but, but just in terms of you guys that actually showed up to watch, you know, I thought I'd give you a little something. What do we have here? Environmental controllers. Nice. Some create stuff on the beach. Oh, the way these water wheels are placed is very pretty. This looks sick. Over this side, look at this. They have a little path out. And hey, I'm just going to say, close to the edge of their spawn. You know what I mean? This could branch off somewhere. That's so cool. I will say as well, if you are planning on building near someone, like, you probably should ask them, you know what I mean, before, like, you build an absolute hideous monstrosity next to this dude's base. But, yeah, pretty cool. Like, how cool is that? Just the ambiance. A very nice view, though, leading over here. Like, this is really cool. The design for this monorail, it feels very simple in terms of just, like, a post through the middle and then just the tracks, pretty much. But looks really nice. Had to carve through some trees, it looks like. Carve open the whole place here. But I like that there's some stuff down here to make it look somewhat pretty. What's happening here, though? Just some art on the wall, I guess. Yeah, okay. A little water. This is nice. It's a little, like, yeah, it's not just a hideous mountain you're going through. It's partly hideous mountain, but, like, it's getting there. This is really cool. This is very, very nice. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing on the server. All of you guys that have and plan to, etc. I think that it would be really cool if we lean a little bit more into the community side of our community and, like, sort of build together. Like, you don't have to build together, but like this, like, let's say all they did was build this and make, like, the bridge look pretty, and then they do whatever they would do. Like, it adds so much compared to just base here, base wherever it was over there. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's really cool. So, I would say, I personally would love if you guys would, link up. Yeah. Link up your bases. I think it would be sick. So I've provided one at spawn to the north and the east if you want to latch on. Maybe, I don't know, we can set something up in the Discord to better track it. I mean, I'll be honest, these rails are great. In the Creatorholics public server, those guys have a crazy rail network set up, and they link up all their bases to, like, train stations and stuff, I'm pretty sure. And it is really cool. I know that our community isn't really a train community. I don't even I don't even know how to build one. I've built one before. I wouldn't be able to do it again without you know, quite a bit of trouble. But they build like proper like train replicas and stuff in Minecraft. But this is a really cool way to link long distance, because that travel didn't feel that far. But let me tell you, if you were running across just a bridge to get there, oof, that'd be rough. And I don't know if you can make them faster, but you probably can. You could probably also like do portals, you know what I mean? Like through another portal, through another one, and like actually connect a long distance base. I think you could quite easily. But we'll wrap it up there. I just heard my dog hop out of bed, so she's probably gonna want to go somewhere. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know if you guys do more stuff here that's like connected and stuff. I'd love to check it out and possibly even join in. I built this out of creative. Everyone else on the server's in survival, as you guys know. But yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to think like, is there an easy way that I can link my player data between the public and my private server? That way I can bring resources to the public and actually build like a base that's legitimate on this sort of like public server we've got. And then if it's laggy for me because I'm in Australia and like sometimes the connection to America is just absolutely horrendous for whatever reason, then I can still sort of like continue on in the private server. I'll look into it a bit more. see how difficult or easy that would be to do. But yeah, cool. Thank you guys for watching. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. I'm just sort of thinking, I don't really know what to make the thumbnail, but I think possibly just this bridge. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I spin the bridge. Maybe I do like this, but then spin the image. Maybe. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you to our donators and our channel members, of course. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Final Phoenix 13, and Space Super John. That way it's the public spawn. Once again, /spawn. Cool. I'm excited. Is everyone happy? I think everyone's happy. Alright, cool. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.